There's the good boy. All right, Milo's got some eye burgers today, so we're not going to get him too close to the camera. But another exciting Transfer Tuesday is upon us. And this week we are going to be sharing, we made a transfer to save up for a new car. We made a transfer to my Roth IRA. And I'm also going to be sharing an update regarding my 401k. We don't get to do that quite often, but I'm going to be making a transfer there, or sharing about a transfer. And also we're going to talk about some exciting YouTube income. All in today's Transfer Tuesday. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael. I've recently paid off $140,000 worth of student loan debt, and now I am on a journey to increasing my net worth to be valued at over $1 million. And some of the ways I like to do that are through making transfers to savings account, Roth IRA, retirement accounts, 401k accounts, and other avenues, investments that I'm still looking into. Now, the first thing I want to kick this video off with discussing is my, as I mentioned in the introduction, YouTube income. I don't get to talk about this too often because it's about every 2 months that I get a paycheck from YouTube. That is, of course, because my channel is monetized. You guys probably noticed before you clicked play on this video, potentially there was some ads. And I believe every 11 seconds of ads you watch counts as one view towards payment with that advertisement. I don't know exactly how it works. I've tried to figure it out at one point, and I think the rules are always changing there. But I'm getting another YouTube paycheck coming up. Actually, I think it's going to be coming... What day is it? So today's the 16th, the time of filming this, and it says it's going to be here between the 21st and the 26th. So probably next week. And in fact, I'm just going to be sharing that I'm getting a paycheck, and it's not going to be included in today's Transfer Tuesday, but next week it definitely will be. I'm going to leave the amount. I'm going to save that for next week, but I just want to share with you guys that I'm getting another YouTube paycheck, which is awesome because, like I said, it happens about every other month or every 2 months, depending on my upload schedule, but it's exciting news there. So before we dive in and talk about the two different Transfer Tuesday transfers that I've made today, I'm going to be updating you guys today on my 401k account because I don't often check my 401k. It's one of those kind of set it, forget it things for me with my employer. But this time of year, a lot of the open enrollment and all that stuff kind of gets back on our minds for health and benefits and things like that. And though I don't have to mess with my 401k account, I can actually do that whenever I want throughout the year. It's one of those things that kind of pops up back in my mind like, oh yeah, that's right, I have a 401k plan with my company. So I'm going to be sharing some details regarding that account today. I'm not going to be going into super detail, but I want to share with you where my account's at right now, like what it's valued at, and I'll hopefully have some screenshots up for you guys, along with my current contribution rate with my 401k, because my company does supply a company match, but it is not like a one-for-one match with the contributions, as you guys will see based on the screenshot. So at the time of filming this video and last checking before I press record, my current 401k value with my current employer is sitting at right around $35,900-ish. I think it's like $35,889 or something like that. So that's obviously I would say for me, in terms of all the accounts I have right now, a big number. But if you know anything about a 401k account, is that it's a long-term retirement account. And the best practice with a 401k account is that you don't take money out until you hit the retirement age. I believe, if I'm right here, I don't know, you can put something down in the comments down below. I think it's the same as a Roth IRA in that you're not supposed to, you will get penalized if you deduct your earnings from it before 59 and a half years old. So 401k is a long-term investment account. I'm not going to talk too much about setting up the account today, but as you guys can hopefully see with the screenshot, I'm around $35,000, almost $36,000 with the value on my 401k account. Now, I'm hopefully going to be able to flash up another screenshot that shows my year-to-date contributions. Every time I get paid, which is every other week, there is a small percentage of my paycheck that comes out pre-tax and goes into my 401k account. And I was going to try to bring up the most recent transaction history so you guys can see how much each paycheck is taken out. But the way Charles Schwab shows the transactions and with how many different, what do you call them? Like different funds are in this account, because this was kind of set up for me. There's a lot, and there's a lot of different transactions to add, and I think there's like 12. And so I didn't want to sit there with a calculator and try to add them all up, and I couldn't find a way to just do it for me. So you guys are going to get a year-to-date contribution screenshot here. So I'm probably looking at the same thing you guys are. Year-to-date contributions, it looks like it's around $5,174, with year-to-date employer contributions being $1,725. It says total contributions from the employer side of things is almost $7,000. I believe that's over the life of my 401k account, if I am not mistaken. Now, one thing you guys can probably see it up there, and I don't know the answer to it, is that it says the current, you guys can see my contributions and employer contributions. Current year is that number, $5,174, with the employer contributions of $1,724. Now, what is kind of surprising to me is that in the prior year, my contributions were $5,243, so just a little bit more than they are this year. And I mean, here we are in September, so we still got a little bit more of the year to go. But the shocking thing is that the employer contribution is quite a bit higher, but my contributions, it doesn't seem like the ratio seems a little bit off. So I don't know if this year my employer updated something where they're not contributing as much, the match isn't as much. I don't know. That's confusing to me, but it's obviously not a whole lot. But yeah, employer contributions is basically like free money, so I want to take advantage of that. That's why I put it at a 9% pre-tax deduction amount from my paycheck, because I believe 9% is the max amount of contribution I can make, and then having the employer then provide their match to whatever degree they're going to. If I go over that, they're no longer going to be trying to match to whatever percentage they're going to match. It's just extra money, which is still a good thing to do, but right now I don't have mine set up to do that. All right, so now let's move on and talk about the specific transfers that I've made in this Transfer Tuesday video. Obviously, I've updated you guys about my YouTube income and, of course, my 401k account, which is a retirement investment account, but that's more passive. It's done for me. It's taken right out of my paychecks. These next two transfers that I'm making are active, meaning I have to do them every single week. There is ways to set them up on an automatic transaction, but I don't want to do that. Automatic transfer, but I don't want to do that. Figured it's more helpful to me. It keeps me, I guess, more accountable to it. It also keeps me accountable to make YouTube videos, because if it was automatic, I probably wouldn't be on top of making videos as much as I am. Anyway, let's start off keeping things in line with my investments. This being a transfer towards my Roth IRA, which is another long-term investment account. And this one being with my M1 Finance account. You guys, I've shared quite a bit about this account recently. It's now valued at a little bit over $7,000. I think it's like $7,100 and something dollars. I didn't take a screenshot of it, so I apologize. But in today's transfer, I'm making another $250 transfer to my Roth IRA this month. And if I've done my math correctly, that means for the month of September, this is now $750 that has been transferred to my Roth IRA. And contributing $750 this month is really a good thing, because as I've talked about in the past, I'm really trying to hit that max contribution rate this year. And in order to do that, I kind of need to up my game. I can't just be transferring $500 every single month. That worked back when the max contribution was $6,000 a year, but I believe it's now $7,000 a year. I keep getting that wrong, and people keep correcting me, and I keep forgetting. So I believe it's $7,000. Correct me if I'm wrong again, but I'm pretty sure it's $7,000. So I need to kind of up my game a little bit because there was a few months back when I was trying to pay off that $140,000 of debt that I did not make contributions to my Roth IRA. I did make smaller contributions, but not to the degree that I am now. So I need to kind of get back on track, and hopefully I'll be able to hit that max $7,000. All right, we are now going to switch things over and talk about transferring for the purpose of saving money. And specifically saving money in a high interest savings account, which if you don't already know, I love to use Ally Savings Bank. Not sponsored. I don't even know if I need to say that anymore, but I like using Ally Savings Bank because they offer a pretty decent interest rate. It's 4.1%, which beats out my local bank account. So I like to take money, put specific holding cells in the Ally Savings Bank online, and then that helps my brain, I guess, categorize everything. So you guys are going to see in this part of the transfer, I'm transferring now $250 to go into the Ally Savings Bank online, the high interest account. But of that $250, $200 of it is getting designated towards a vehicle fund, and $50 is getting designated towards a Christmas fund. I'm sure you guys can figure out what those two things and the purpose of saving for those two things are, because I'm pretty sure most of my viewers have had to either purchase a vehicle or repair a vehicle, so you guys can get why I would have a savings account designated towards vehicles. This, however, is specifically for saving up for a, I guess, newer vehicle, a replacement vehicle for my wife. We're really just trying to extend the life of our car as much as we possibly can so that we can put a pretty big down payment on the vehicle if we need to, if we can't buy it outright. Haven't really come up with a plan as to how we're going to purchase a vehicle yet because we're still in the saving mode for it. I know when I got my vehicle, I had quite a bit of money saved up, so I was able to go off and buy a brand new vehicle and have it paid off relatively quickly. I know vehicles are one of those kind of tricky forms of things to purchase because they lose value really quickly. It's not like a home where the value might go up based on what you do to it and what your neighbors do to their homes. The value of a vehicle in most cases goes down really quickly, depending on, I guess, what the market's doing. But also, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it's already less value than what you paid for it. So it'd be nice not to have a loan that I have to pay on a vehicle. If it's unavoidable, it's unavoidable. We'll pay it off really quickly, as I did with my vehicle. But the goal is to save up so we don't have to do that at all. And obviously with the Christmas fund, just setting aside money each month really helps lighten the load come Christmas time, because my wife and I, we do like to buy for other people. We like to buy for each other. And saving up money, about $50 every single month is usually what it plans out to be. Really helps lighten the load with what we're going to be doing this coming Christmas time. So that's my 2 cents on sinking funds. Anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking around for the end of this video. I don't have any cool other things to show you guys, any cool woodworking projects. Although, I did mention in the last one I showed you guys the guitar I was building, and I appreciate you guys' responses to that. A lot of you were like, I was kind of shocked. People thought I was going to hold up like a cutting board or something. Nothing wrong with making a cutting board, but yeah, when I got into woodworking, I decided to go right to making nice guitars. So actually, I have 2 in the works right now. I just made the bodies a couple weeks ago, and I'm currently working on the necks. I'm making 2 at a time, which sounds like more work, but it actually isn't. It's actually about the same amount of work, because you measure for one, make sure everything's set up fine, and then you can just transfer it over to the other, and you don't have to measure again. It's already done. Anyway, I'm rambling on about something that's totally unrelated to finance, and I apologize. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, for sticking around to the end if you did. My dog has run off into the other room. Otherwise, I was going to have him join me for the end of this video, but I can't. Anyway, you guys take care. I'll see you next week in the next one.